Hey guys, and welcome to yet another episode of Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson. I'm Jan Gustafsson. What do I have to tell you? First of all, the sun is shining outside. It's 28 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. Like 80? It's warm outside in Hamburg, Germany. So I just tweeted. I mainly started the show to inform you what I just tweeted. Then in Germany, when it's warm, normally we start barbecue. But I think the next best thing to barbecue is Banter Blitz. So here we are. And to honor the weather, I've decided to dress like a sailor from the 1950s. At least I imagine sailors from the 1950s did dress like this. So, if you're new to Banter Blitz, what have you been doing all these years? No, if you're new to Banter Blitz, I was gonna compare myself to like the Beatles, and I thought, I'm full of myself, but maybe not that full yet. So if you're new to Banter Blitz, you can challenge me to a lovely 5-minute blitz game on chess24.com. My username is Jan. You should see it below that video if you happen to be a Chess24 premium member. If not, you can become one. Use the bonus code Janistan if you want to save some monies while becoming one on chess24.com/premium. What else is new? I'm gonna start crying. Why? Is that allergies? Is it allergy season? I don't know. That's a very unexpected outburst. Not of emotion. I don't have emotions. Don't worry about that. Outbursts of tears. What could have prompted that? I normally don't have allergies. This will be like the most emotional internet or tear-sadded internet episode since that Mark Maron Louis C.K. podcast. That's really weird. So, I became German Team Cup champion over the weekend. Another fantastic, tremendous achievement by yours truly. Just leeching along. Is that a word? Leeching while playing board 4 for Baden-Baden. But was good to win games. I won both of my games, which is better than not winning both of your games. And that concludes more or less my chess tour, which was Thailand Open, Bundesliga, some cup games. So I've played 9 plus 3 plus 2. You do the math. 14 games in, 3 weeks. Which for my standards is a lot. Lost, I don't know. How often have I said I don't know in the first 2 minutes? For my standards, 7 times would be a lot. And I lost 2-3 rating points total. Not a disaster, but it would have been better to win rating points. But I gave all these rating points to this group of 2200s to 2300 young, talented, ambitious players, which are the bane of my chess existence. Then again, take from the rich, give it to the poor. They're not that poor though, right? 22 to 2300 is pretty good. So I'm not sure that analogy works. And as you probably have figured out, this is Banter Blitz. So let's play a game of chess after that, I think, inspiring introduction. Am I still crying? If it looks like I'm crying. I probably am. What's that Flight of the Conchord song? I'm not crying. It looks like... Alright, let's get right into the action and let's start playing a silly old man. Oh no, at silly midon. I read it for a silly old man. I apologize. I thought you, sir, were a silly old man, but I was mistaken. E4, C5. Of course, this Banter Blitz show is also known as Project Mora Gambit, where we try to sacrifice this pawn as often as possible and then make up the theory. I found this book around the office, which I've been praising, by Mark Esserman, but I haven't really worked through it yet. So I'm still pretty much on my own here. Can't go bishop d5. Normally I want to put something on d5 whenever I get the chance, but it feels too early. I'll go here. What do they do? Bishop g5? Looks logical. Do they do that? Bishop f4? Je ne sais pas. Generally, queen e2, rook d1 are also part of the Mora gambit MO. Actually, starting with queen e2 was probably more sensible than what I did, because the bishop might have wanted to go to g5 or e3. Well, queen e2, rook a1 look fairly essential, so not so sure I've done this right. But now that he's played d6, there is a bit of a target there, and target it I will. Rook a1. There we go. How's the sound? Sound is okay? Too loud? Not loud enough? Wrong frequency? Sometimes people tell me complicated stuff like your microphone seems to be on the whatever decibel something. I don't really understand anything about anything. Not even about the Mora gambit. I have a feeling it's time to start my typically... Oops, no, that was a mouse slip. I didn't mean to play a3. I was thinking about a4. Mouse slip. That's a pity. So, what do I do next? Rook e1, knight f6, knight d5, ed. Doesn't look correct, does it? But I want to sacrifice something. So let's go here and try to open the position. After d5, I'll find a way to take it. Bishop d5 or knight d5, rook d5. Probably none of those work, but we'll figure it out once we get there. Sound is okay, that's a great relief. Here we go. Take it or not? Doesn't really work, does it? e6, queen f4, there's just not much to do. Sad. I said I was gonna take it. I did lie. I lied to you. The people. The viewers. Without viewers, and there's not a lot of viewers, don't get me wrong, but without the few viewers, this would be even more insane than it is now. Just me. Playing a bunch of casual blitz games on Chess24 and trying to be halfway, I don't even know, funny? Nah. Chatty along the way. Always blame the mouse, says I'm here, blame the mouse. I do blame you for this a3 move. h6. So you want to go g5? Everybody wants to be a cowboy. I will anticipate your g5-ness and meet it with one of my trademark sacrifices. Knight takes d5, which now that the bishop is covered, might become a little less insane. Like let's say g5 or h5, whatever. One of those. Now I shall take ed e6. The bishop is no longer hanging, and hopefully we will bust open Etzeli Medon's king and drag him into thin air. Rook d5 probably makes sense, trying to simplify a little bit, but he did not expect my attacking prowess, keeping this bishop, to cause havoc on this. It's not a long diagonal, but it's longish. Thinking of a that's what she said joke, but it doesn't work with diagonals. So, I have no idea if this works, but it feels good. ef7, queen e6, bishop d5. There's dangers in the air. Etzeli Medon does go to d8. I shall take. Nothing to think about here. You gotta take, because if you don't take, then I can take the piece and the attack continues looming. That's at least the point I always make. If you're gonna suffer anyway, at least suffer for material gains. That's not chess advice, that's just life advice. But sometimes it applies to chess too. Because here you're just more or less lost. Now you're not even material up. While after king f7, I still have to prove that I'm winning and then have enough compensation for the piece. Now, there's nothing left to prove, finally. Dangers mounting. Queen f7 checkmate is my plan. I also came up with a backup plan without calling up my backup man. Knight g6 check. Also pretty good. There is no salvation at silly middle. I'm sorry. This is the end. Thanks for the game at silly middle. Unfortunately, won't enter my collection of my 100 best Mora games, but I blame the mostly because A3 was not in the spirit. All right. Let us continue. Some non-premium challenges which I can't accept. But I can accept the real Slim Chuck Norris, an international chess master. I think I've played the real Slim Chuck Norris on this program before. You know what? Let's play the Mora Gambit. I can't play the Mora Gambit, how dare you? E4, E5, I don't know what to do. Spanish? The Italian? Maybe the Italian. Les Italiens. I don't know what to do here. But with black I would know. So maybe I can sort of translate my black knowledge. D5 is supposed to be risky after A4. Or was it? Am I recommending this in my little series? No, I think I gave A4, E6 to wait for C3 and then go D5. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. Looks perfectly sensible what he's doing. We'll find out eventually. Maybe A5. Generally against this bishop to H5, I think the plan is to, or one plan, that makes sense to me, is to go knight E4, knight G3. Quickly. But yeah, as it often happens when you play something for the very first time, the position looks very different than when you've looked at it on a computer screen or from the other side. I'm very scared already about all kinds of knight takes H3s. Knight D4. So aggressive, this guy. Does this work? Maybe it works. Who knows? Knight C5, Queen G5 check. So simple. Alright, I'll pretend it was part of the plan. It wasn't, though. Could have spotted that on a good day. But I rarely have good days these days. I'm not sure if I want to take... And after Queen G5, the position is not so clear. King H2. Queen C5, some move. Queen D2, let's say. I'm not sure if I should have kept the knight instead. Probably I should have. Full disclosure, I missed that F2 was hanging. I thought I'd go Queen D2 and I'd be doing alright, but probably I'm not doing alright. Because I missed that F2 is hanging, and after Queen D2, F3 is hanging. I'm gonna lose to the real Chuck Norris. Are you the real Chuck Norris? I think we've discussed this in the past. He's not the real Chuck Norris. So the bad news is I'm a pawn down and have a weak king. The good news is there's not a lot of good news really. I wasn't even time to create any compensation by whatever, building up stuff on the A file. It's just bad. It's a sad, sad situation. Oh, and more tactics? Stop with all these tactics, will you? I've just started my Banter Blitzing. All these hostile hostile moves like queen g5, threatening checkmate, and attacking my bishop. It's a friendly show. How dare he? Bishop c6. What are there more tactics you want to do to me? I don't see them anyway. Bishop e4. Moving back, moving forward. Back and forth. Checking out my gravel pit. I don't know what to do here. Queen check on e5 could be sort of painful one day or another. But the thing is, you must make moves in the blitz. It's better if you make good moves. But if you make no moves at all, then you will lose on time. And then you will say, but I played a great game until I got flagged. But if there was no time, I would be the world champion of chess because my thoughts are deeper than anybody else's. I'm just stopped by this puny clock. At least that's not really how I feel. What do I want to do? Everybody want to be a cowboy. So he wants to go like rook f6 and then checkmate me. I don't want that to happen necessarily. The problem is, this conflict of interests might not really end in my favor. What did I just say about making moves? Nah, it looks bad. That's the problem if you're blundering all your pawns. Often your position becomes sort of bad. Can't see a move at all. I had some plan after rook g6, but I forgot what it was. He's threatening checkmate. No, it just resigns. Good game, the real slim Chuck Norris. Crushing me. No chance whatsoever. The real slim Shady. And what happened there? Maybe these weirdo tactics here work, even though I doubt it. Here. Maybe this is just fine for black. Good game by him. This trick after takes. Ef takes, queen g5 check. And already things had not gone exactly according to plan. Probably here I should play king f1 or whatnot, but that's already not pre-position. Alright. So, get crushed. That's what you get for not doing your homework. Even though I did my homework in the Italian, but my black homework. Turns out black homework and white homework are different. Who can I play next? I've never played... what's his name? Diprotodon? Is that a dinosaur? Are you a dinosaur, sir? I have to Google Diprotodon. Diprotodon? Oh, more a gambit it is. Diprotodon. Maybe it's one of those smart things like... No, I wasn't that far off. It's not exactly a dinosaur, but... it's the largest known marsupial to have ever lived. What is that? Some weird Australian animal? Wow, this is confusing. Can I show pictures? This is a diprotodon. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know anything. What species is that? Is that a Nasenbär? German speakers out there. Is this what we call a Nasenbär? Learn something. Diprotodon. Wow. Do they still exist? Now I have to read up on Diprotodon, obviously. While we're transposing to the C3 Sicilian, because Diprotodon did not dare to go for my lethal Mora gambitry. Diprotodon, meaning 2 forward teeth, is the largest known marsupial to have ever lived, along with other members of the group of species collectively known as the Australian megafauna. That's a gym, I think, where I used to go. Nah. It existed from approximately 1.6 million years ago until extinction, some 46,000 years ago. So I guess they're not around anymore. Can you go knight c3 and then some weird knight b5 stuff here, or that doesn't work? Not sure. Same question. Can you go knight c3, bishop f3, knight d5? I guess that's fine for black. The closest surviving relatives of Diprotodon are the wombats and the koala. Ah, okay. At least now we got some family. Very interesting. I'm a big student of the animal kingdom. Not that I actually go out or read books or stuff, but I like putting on stuff narrated by, what's his name, Richard Attenborough on Netflix, and then ignore it. Like this Life, Planet Earth, the ocean stuff. I've watched them all, more or less. Queen d7, why would you move the queen? Okay, you thought knight c3 was coming. Actually, fair enough. He's not really threatening to take the pawn, bishop f3, knight d4, bishop b7. Worst case scenario. Looks pretty good. Bishop d6, this whole setup is a little artificial. How can I punish? Je ne sais pas. d5, but I don't really see an edge after ed, knight d5, whatever, knight e7, so I don't want that. h3, he could theoretically take here and take on d4, because queen d4 is bishop h2 check. After takes knight d4, I still have bishop b7, if I really have to. What's happening, chat? Mario27 is saying, Jan, do you have pets? What kind? No, no pets. As I said, I'm a very passive admirer of the animal kingdom. I also have all these allergies, like these proper. Nowadays, to be a proper nerd, I feel like you have to have allergies, and I have them all. Like cats, dogs, stuff, more stuff. Actually, my allergy English is horrible. In German, I could tell you all about my allergies. But in English, I don't know what it's called. But I have all the normal ones. You know, from not going outside. I don't have a peanut allergy. And I don't like people with peanut allergies. How dare you? As for the game, I went for this d5, but I still don't see any way to get an advantage, really. So I'm not quite sure why I did it. But such things do happen. Actually, he's slightly better developed than me now. So, not a tremendous success. I will, instead of trying to get pieces out, I will chase that bishop, because then I can say, yeah, I have a lack in development, but my arrested development is compensated by my pair of bishops. Note to self, don't get checkmated on h2. Another note to self, bishop h2, king h2. Let's hope we're surviving that. Which I think we do, but I didn't really think it through at all. Bishop h2, king h2, rook d1, bishop e6. I'm still alive because, or I'm better actually, because the knight on e3 covers the rook. And bishop h2, king h2, queen e5, f4 seems to work, barely. But once again, sort of tempting Kaisa here. That's what I learned on my trips. Kaisa is a jealous goddess. She doesn't forgive you for not spending enough time with her before then trying to honor her by playing chess games. So, must spend more time in the Kaisa camp again. And I will. In order to crush all of you. Especially Diprotodon. Not this Chuck Norris guy, but all of you from now on. Where do I go? Here? Let's get out of the way. So I can, for one move, not worry about blundering my queen. This is sort of asking for it. Asking for trouble. Now I must calculate. After king g7, of course, normal me would just play the prosaic, is that a word? Knight takes d7, gh5, knight f8. But it feels a little chicken. I could go bishop h6, king f6, queen g5, checkmate, bishop h6, king h8. Then I could take, and my chickening out would at least lead to me being a rook up. And if it's a rook up position, I'll normally go for it, just, for research purposes. Even though he could maybe reclaim some material with knight f5. Had I seen that, I would not have gone for this. I'm still in decent shape, but knight f5 wins a piece back. I mean, in decent shape on the chessboard. I'm in horrible shape away from the chessboard. And I have, no, horrible is strong, but not in the best shape. And I have a high school reunion. Is that what it's called? Abi-Nachtreffen. It's been 20 years since I graduated, whatever we call this stuff. German high school. So I have a reunion coming up. And I have to figure out a way to get into amazing shape. It's in like 3 weeks until that reunion. It's going to be tough. I'm also down to 38 seconds here. So let's speed it up. Ha! Ha! I'm in speed up mode now. You have no chance, Diprotodon. Because if there is one dark art that I have mastered, it is the art of flagging. Glorious victory. Matt Willis is saying, high school reunion. Hopefully you didn't get beat up. LOL. I'm interested in that LOL there. It stands for laughing out loud. But why are you laughing out loud there? Is it because of your own witty implication? Or because you're imagining the awkward situation of me who got beat up in your scenario in high school, then facing the tormentors 20 years later? And so please elaborate, Matt Willis. And no, surprisingly, I didn't get beat up in high school. Then again, I can't think of many kids getting beat up in high school. Like, does that typically happen? Like, I haven't been around schoolyards all that much anymore, but do kids beat each other up a lot? I haven't witnessed it very much. Alright, let's play another game of chess. But who do we play this time around? As you know, I always want new victims. Like Dimitar 80. Mr. Dimitar 80, probably born in 1980. That, I believe, after years of research, is still most likely. Oh, I did this yesterday against, thinly veiled Bragg coming against Philip Schlosser with the black pieces. And he went to e4, saying, you cannot bluff me, sir, you're not a Sicilian player. He was sort of right, but he's not an e4 player either, so we were both sort of on uneven terms. Uneven terms? That's not what I meant to say. Anyway, I won. That's the end of the story. The game was sort of up and down, and we both blundered stuff. In time trouble. But such is life. Oh, hang on, I shouldn't pre-move this. I can still transpose to the Mora Gambit. Boom! I almost forgot there's a Mora Gambit show. Mario 27 says, only happens in America, Jan. I would even question that. Believe it or not, I know some Americans. Okay, that's a lie. I know some Americans, and first of all, they don't beat up people as often as you would think, and I don't think they did get beaten up or beat up other people in high school. And also, in the Germanys, or anywhere really, we have access to the Americans' pop culture. So I've watched probably more high school programming than one should watch in a lifetime. Even though they will have the occasional bully, probably for drama purposes, like me here bullying Dimitar with 95, it does not seem like even in America, I think they're not that far away from the values, the Western European values. So I don't think that fighting is that common there either. Of course, it all depends on the neighborhood, the situation, if you're wearing glasses, stuff like that. But in general, I strongly doubt that fighting is very common on high school grounds. So what are we discussing? Mr. Dodgy is here. I thought Mr. Dodgy had abandoned me just because I only did 1 hour notice for this Banter Blitz. But he's here. That's a great relief. What are we talking about? Mr. Dodgy says, I thought Jan was raised at sea. Oh, that's very kind. That gives me a chance to recount my entire history. The entire history of you. Of me. Is that a Black Mirror episode? Anyway, I was born in Hamburg, where I spent the first 6 years of my life. I went to kindergarten in Hamburg, Germany. Nice city, bad weather, but a lot of green stuff. And not a lot of beating others up in high school, so that's good. And then I set sails. Technically, it was my father who was like a vice world champion sailor. Took the family. I have 2 younger sisters, and my mom, and we started sailing the 7 seas. Actually, just 1 sea, the Mediterranean Sea. And while I won this game against Dimitar 80, yay me and yay Mora Gambit. So we set sails. I got this polo shirt around that time. When I was 6 years old, sailed the Mediterranean Sea for 3 years. Then, when I was like 9, I guess, we settled, maybe 8, who knows? Who knows these things? We settled down in a little country that I like to call Spain. But the people living there like to call it Catalonia. So, see, controversial. In Catalonia, in a little village called Alcanar. And I went to school there for, whatever, 2 years maybe? Catalan school. I used to speak Catalan, forgot all about it. But I still speak a bit of Spanish. Then we returned to the Germanys. My parents are teachers, so as a teacher, as a public servant, you can sort of game the system and take a couple of years off. But after like 5 years, they found out. So they say, you guys come back to work. So we returned to the Germanys, where I attended high school. I escaped many a beating, narrowly. And I graduated the high school in 1998, which means this year, 2018, I will have my 20-year high school reunion. I went to the last one 10 years ago in 2008. It's very weird. And now, time goes by. So what do you these days? Oh yeah, I sit like in an empty studio and I like talk about my Blitz games with strangers on the internet. And I get upset about stuff they say in the chat. Oh yeah, that sounds like a full life. What about you? Oh yeah, I'm a defense attorney for people that get tortured in Guantanamo. So it's gonna be stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. No, I look forward to it. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm better here against pawn 1, pawn 2, pawn 3. Not a pawn up yet, but the pawns will come. Juco Pianoforte is asking, Jan, what are my Rockets' chances against the Warriors? Wow, that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say my Rockets. Are you from Houston? Or what's your excuse? Anyway, I don't like anybody's chances against the Warriors. At full strength, you could make all these beautiful speeches about the Rockets gaming the system with the three-pointer and the math and variance and so on. I don't like their chances against the Warriors. I like my chances against pawn 1, pawn 2, pawn 3. But that might also be because of the small difference in the rating. I want to chase down one of his knights, like a4, a5. If he goes a5, I don't know what I'll do. Probably be very upset. But he didn't. And now the chase down part has ended. This knight has no squares. And Juco Pianoforte is saying he's from Houston. He was in high school during the Large One Championships. I was a little... No, I wasn't young, actually. That was like, what, 94, 95? No, I wasn't young. I was in high school then, too. But I didn't follow basketball very much back then. It was also a different time, as you know. We didn't have League Pass. We didn't have the internet. Many will say a simpler time. So it was hard to watch games. We had these Panini... What were they called? Upper Deck? I think Upper Deck trading cards for NBA stuff. But I was more of a Shaq guy back then. Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player. I'm sure you didn't get that wrong. What were we talking about? I lost my train of thought. Houston versus Golden State. I don't know. Don't really like their chances, but of course, if anybody has a chance, it's gotta be Houston. I'm a piece up here. That's good. Pawn Pusher is asking, did you see Lawrence Trent game yesterday, Jan, in the 4NCL? No, I didn't see it, because I'm not sure if I bragged about this already. I was playing myself. I won. Yay. We won the prestigious German Cup. It was in the city of Lemgo. Beautiful city. I'd never been there. In general, I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan, the older and boringer I get, of all these mid-sized German cities, like 40,000 people, nice center, you have all you need. You probably have one cinema. You have plenty bars, cafes, restaurants. Houses are cheaper than in the big city. The weather was fantastic. Nature was everywhere. It was very, very well hosted. We played in the, I don't know what it's called, Gemeindehalle, city, town hall, whatever. So yeah, I had a great time in Lemgo. Like I played chess, so I didn't do anything. But nice place. Shout out to Lemgo. And the hosts, Schachfreunde Lime. They did a great job. Is it Schachfreunde Lime? I hope so. Yeah, I think so. Lawrence lost in 22 moves? Heartbreaking. No, I didn't see the game. I'll check it out. Did I blunder knight c6 here? Not impossible. This is beautiful, actually. We should. I can't. We'll look at it after the game. Knight c6. Some pretty geometry. Rook e2 has the right idea, but now after knight e2, this bishop is actually defended. So knight c6, dc6 no longer works. Rook up! Now I have to click on the link to the Lawrence Trent game. But don't get me wrong. This is not a program to study Lawrence Trent losses. Even though that's not a bad idea for a program. Ah, he just got crushed, yeah? I don't know, I've told him many times, and normally in his clearer moments, he does agree with me that if he just played normal chess, would not try to be so creative all the time, he'd be a very good player. But sometimes he's too cunning for his own good. At least that's my expert diagnosis, looking at this game that Lawrence lost in. Where is it, the 4 NCL? I guess. I'm winning here. Pawn 1, pawn 2, pawn 3. Even though, pawn-wise, I'm not up that many. It's the other guys that will get the job done for me. Unlike LeBron James. He has to do it all by himself. But chess is a team game. Here, the horsey, all the other guys can get the job done. But let's go back to the moment I blundered stuff. Where was it? Here. Queen a7, rook b2. I went bishop d4. And here knight c6 would have been a cruel awakening. Because now black is winning. See, dc6, bishop d4. And the geometry works perfectly for black. So that would have been good. Thanks for the game. Pawn 1, pawn 2, pawn 3. Let's play Matt Willis. Oh, Matt Willis is the guy who said, I hope you didn't get bullied in high school, LOL. No, we're very anti-bullying here on Chess24. So I'll be gentle against Matt. With Matt. Stresen is saying, Jan, you freaking porn star. He spelled it P-A-W-N. That's a joke I've never thought of. Like porn and porn, they sound similar. Actually, I've thought of it. I've done a lot of references to secrets of porn endings, and that no one's ever made it to a porn ending. That's why you don't know anything about it. But I shouldn't go there. Family show. I apologize. The Scotch. Now it's the Scottish four knights. The most boring opening known to men. You go bishop b4, they take, you take. They go bishop d3, you go d5, they take, you take. They castle, you castle. They do something, you do something. You shuffle some more pieces around, you both fall asleep. And that's how it all ends. Sometimes, another very telling thing about the thing. See? People also watch this for my English prowess. And a telling thing about the thing is that if you go d5 and they take on d5 and you castle, no boring Scotch player will ever think about the move d takes c6 here. They all castle instantly. Even though dc6 is not a bad move. You're 2 pawns up after all. But they just don't do it. They never do it. Watch Matt Willis not do it. See? They just never do it. Not going to be able to do it. A bear called Paddington is saying, Trent is beyond titles. Should I watch the Paddington movies? Am I missing out? It's like animation mixed with live action. Paddington is animated, the rest is live action. Is that an accurate assumption? Because I hear good things about the Paddington movies. Then again, they're probably for kids, right? I have a feeling I should probably watch them. Life is so short though. So many kids movies I haven't seen that I might never get to see. Gambit7 is asking repeatedly, do you play 4 Queen H4? I do not play 4 Queen H4. It's a horrible move. You should not play it either, Gambit7. Yeah, I've seen this stuff before. Like I said, this exchange Scottish, not the most exciting opening. Known to men. He's taken on f6 unprompted, which normally at least they wait for h6 until they take here. These endgames, if anybody is more comfortable, it's probably black, but of course they're still very, very solid for both sides, unless you blunder bishop e5, which is the one thing you shouldn't blunder in these positions. Gimme! Gimme! There's actually still a teeny tiny bit of compensation because this horsey is gonna be nice. That's about it. I want to bring my king to d6 one way or another to challenge the knight. I know it's not horsey, I'm just trying to be cute. He should probably try something like a3, a5, c3 to bolster the knight after king d6 by playing b4. While now, if the knight is to go away, there's not a lot of good things that can happen to white. Kramnik student seems to be a student of the game of chess itself because he's seen a similar blunder many times. I haven't seen it many times, I would say, but it is a pattern that a bear called Petterton would probably have spotted quite quickly. I'm doing my best to violate this poor position, but it's still an exchange, so not fully mishandled yet. Not fully mishandled, but still good for black. Hello. Ooh, this is a really bad move. Takes knight d3, and the knight comes here. Still better, but we're getting there. Hang in there, Matt Willis. Matty. I have a feeling this game might not even make my rook up book, because it's going to be very hard to grab that knight. You should have played rook d2, not knight takes f4, because now I can find something half useful for my rooks to do. And a wise man once said, rooks. He must have said something else. Maybe he said, rooks need open files. I think that's what he said. And now, look at the rooks. They have open files. And another wise man. His name was Aaron Nimzovich. He was trying to make a living in the expensive country of Denmark. And he thought, you know what? I don't really have any marketable skills. I'll put together a series of chess lectures. Tour the country of Denmark with those lectures. And then, to make some extra cash on those lectures that I gave, I will put those lectures together in a book. And that book was my system. And that invaluable book taught us that rooks on the second rank are a good thing. There you go. Little chess history here. I know a lot of people watch this. For my insights into chess history, I haven't really researched that story I just told you. But I'm assuming it's true. Why am I still not winning? I mean, I'm winning on time, obviously, but that's, many would say, a Pyrrhic win. Is that a word? Nah. Please don't queen, sir. And I flagged him. Hooray! Thanks for the game, Matt Willis. Let's play Flol J. Flol J? I have a feeling I've tried to play Flol J before, but Flol J wasn't around. Is that true? Flol J? Are you making us wait again? Make America wait again? That pun must have been used before, right? But I've never heard it. Flol J, why do you keep challenging and then you never show up? Are you attending a barbecue? Are you eating sausages instead of this? Oh, there he is. I was about to hit the button. About to hit that button. D4. Oh no, I aborted before. Sorry, Flol J. I must have hit the button the very second you played D4. Now I feel bad, so if you challenge me again, I will play you... I don't know. The game after this one or something. In the meantime, let's play... one of these titled minis. They like to challenge to 3-minute games. First of all, because there's like an 80% chance I won't realize and wake up with 30 seconds on the clock. And secondly, because they think that gives them better chances while I'm busy bantering. You could, of course, not be more wrong. I am a mean machine in 3-minute chess. Lean machine, mean machine, you name it. The problem is it gives me less time to banter. And are we all watching this for the banter? I don't know. Is anybody watching this at all? Is there anybody out there? This is a theoretical line. What do they do here? I think they go here and then here. I've played this position with white against... Who did I play it against? Mateusz Bartel. I forgot what happened, don't worry. Probably wasn't that worried. I'm pretty sure bishop d2 is not what happened. Alright, so CD looks kind of equal. That's the end of my train of thought. The train of thought will take you there. Knight a5, queen a4 check, does that work? Ugh, don't make me think. Please, Doho Chess. There's many things that I'm cool with on this program, but making me think I have a very low tolerance for. See, I'll just pre-move this. I won't think about it. b4, bishop a6, is that gonna happen? Let's find out. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but you probably guessed that by now. Hang on, your queen has to go to the corner? Oh no, you can take on a5. But then b8 Okay, please go to the corner, sir. That looks fun. Haha, your queen's in the corner. I don't know, the position might not be clear at all. But when do we get a fun sight like that? I'm not sure why I did 94, but somehow the hand wants what the hand wants. Yeah. He's going to take on b3. He's going to talk himself into it. No, I was wrong. What's going on here? DC 94, bishop c1, rook c1, not that clear. Bishop d2, 92. Ugh, it's all so complicated. I thought we talked about this making me think stuff. But you didn't listen, did you, Doho Chess? Alright, endgame. Maybe that can reduce the thinking a bit. Go away. That's just it for the record pre-move, because no one will ever take on d5, so you just do it for the pretty much impossible scenario of it happening. But mainly, we're just flagging here. Business as usual. Alright, I don't want a perpetual, so please don't give one. Cool? Cool. Thanks for the game, Doho Chess. What are we talking about? The office moved recently? Was there an earthquake? Ollie sharing unique insights into the office and my psychology. Actually, the old studio was like a prison, but Jan liked it. The office moved recently. Yeah, the new studio is a little less prison-esque. I like it less. No, it's beautiful here. Alright. Oh, wrong button. What time is it? Are we done yet? Oh, no, there's still a lot of chess to play. Beautiful. Let's play win 3. A bear called Paddington says, I can recommend a suitcase full of marmalade if you get stuck on a ship. Is that... Like I said, I've never watched one of the Paddington movies, but I've studied a bit of the Paddington lore, just, for casual conversation. So Paddington, he hails from a place far away, and then something happens to his family and he has to travel all the way to London. Is that correct? And does he bring a suitcase full of marmalade on his travels? Those must be my allergies acting up. See my very muscular, what do you call this? Forearms? Underarms? Under armor? Anyway, I'm very itchy and scratchy here. And b6, g3. Where do I go? Here, attack the pawn. Paddington is from Peru. From the deepest, darkest Peru. Okay. I did not know that. Was I right about the marmalade? What is this? Is this theory? What do they do here? Castle z4, d5. They start with d5. I don't know stuff. I'll castle. Generally, I always want to avoid this d5, cd, ed structure. So whenever possible, I like to go c6 and then d5. And of course, after c6, you have to think about e4 and then d5 and whatever the repercussions of that. Who knows? And Pawn Pusher is saying, Jan, you're still playing the Queen's Indian, even after Alpha Zero blew it out of the water recently. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Oh wait, I made a video series called Playing the Queen's Indian a la Alpha Zero, so I'm aware of it. But no, I don't really play the Queen's Indians just yet for random Banter Blitz games. Normally I would play Knight of 3, d5. That grabs more space in the center. And a bear called Paddington says, you were right about the marmalade. Did I blunder knight d5, by the way? Just curious. What happens then? ED? Bishop d5, knight e5, bishop a8. Nah, it can't be that bad, can it? Nah, it should be fine for black. I didn't really do a full piece count, but it seems fine for black. Ooh, knight d3, very deep. But I can take, no? Or maybe I can even take next move. Knight d3 looks too subtle. For your own good, win 3. Just take on d7 or whatever. So I was right about the marmalade, and Bouvard91 says marmalade would be good on ship to stave off scurvy. I don't know what any of these words mean, but I'm pretty sure that we had marmalade on our ship during our travels. Mr. Dodgy is saying Norwegian prisons are made of pine and guarded by wolves. Norwegian prisons are supposed to be nice, right? Like they have this famed prison island where murderers live in houses and get access to do woodwork and stuff. But I think you can only get transferred there after a long time. So I don't know. It might be a decent backup plan, but for now I'm still trying to stay clear of any prison anywhere. Not sure how long. That's a realistic idea. But for now, still a plan. And Pawn Pusher saying scurvy is lack of vitamin C. I think I don't have that. I have most things, but probably not that. How do you get vitamin C? I always eat spinach. There's stuff in that, right? And I always drink orange juice, which is not that healthy. But it always feels like you're doing something healthy. Like when you're ordering a freshly squeezed orange juice. It's like I will feel a little less guilty about this enormous amount of sugar I'm about to inhale if I order a freshly squeezed orange juice. Does that make any sense? I don't know. As for the position, it's boring, but I'm slightly better, I guess, because, yeah. This bishop is not great, and there is some tension on the queen side where he has to be careful. Ritik 2018 is saying, do you want to make a Greek god physique? I will help you. That would depend which Greek god. Which physique would you like to have? Probably like Apollon or one of these young, fit dudes, right? But Zeus? Do you call it Zeus? Zeus? We call it Zeus in German. The depictions I've seen of him, I'm not going for that. I used to be obsessed with Greek gods when I was a young man, so much younger than today. But nowadays, I'll pass on the Greek god physique. Thanks for offering, though. Give me the C file. Who was my favorite Greek god? I could say something pretentious like Dionysus, but that'd be a lie. I don't even know if he was a Greek god. I'm so uneducated, I shouldn't try to sound cultured. Dionysus, he's the Greek guy, not the Roman guy, right? Yeah, he's the god of wine, pleasure, grapes. You have your own god of grapes? That sounds a little excessive. What's his Roman equivalent? Bacchus? Betchus? Nah, I don't know. I don't know what to do either. Just win on time, I guess. Mr. Dodgy says, I have the physique of a god. Unfortunately, it's Buddha. I've been to Thailand so many times. I know not to engage in that conversation. Mr. Imp says Adonis, of course. Mr. Imp wants to be Adonis, or Mr. Imp is Adonis and has tried to lead us all astray by choosing the username Mr. Imp? All very confusing. And Mattress Chess Guy refers to Bacchus, but yeah, I think that's the Roman guy. I thought we were on Greek dudes. Thor is also thrown in the conversation. And that brings us to the Avengers Infinity War, which I've watched because I like giving Marvel my 12 euros, whatever it costs, whenever they make a movie, and then be slightly upset about it. So, Thor, or some people who like to call him Chris Hemsworth, steals the movie, crushing it, crushing the other Chris Pratt. They even have a scene discussing in great detail that Chris Pratt is not really muscular compared to Chris Hemsworth. That's the only thing I remembered. Sorry, I have to focus on flagging here for like a little moment. And then we'll get back to our Thor discussion. The flag is coming. Can you feel it? Can you feel the flag tonight? In my defense, I was also doing well on the chessboard. Because if you're not doing well on the chessboard and then you flag, you can't do that. You just can't. Always blame the mouse says no spoilers. Actually, here's my theory on the no spoilers yelling crowd. If a movie's out for like 10 days and you haven't gone seen it, you don't feel that strongly about no spoilers. If you really want to see it, you will watch it. Also, I didn't really pay any attention. I have no idea what happens. I don't think there's anything happening in that movie. What are we discussing? Mattress Chess Guy is saying, I wish the Romans had the decency to make up their own gods instead of copy-pasting from the Greeks. So you're saying none of these guys are real, or what are you saying? What's the implication here? Maybe they just happen to have similar gods as the Greeks. Let's play Mori01. Daryl Morey. And Perpetual Stalemate is saying, why is this still called Banter Blitz when you flag 4 till 5 times a show? Here's a little dirty secret. I can't flag you if you make all your moves while you still have time on the clock. And with 5 minutes, you can make a lot of moves. If you decide to spend all your time and then lose on time, there's nothing I can do about it. So, it's not me, it's you. Well, no, it's the other way around, right? It's not you, it's me. That's how you're supposed to deliver the message. Mori01 is using all kind of cunning move orders here. But I've seen all these tricks before, like Bishop G4, all of a sudden Bishop B5, Queen A4 is coming. So I'll wait for a move. You show your hand, sir. If you go Bishop D3, now I'll go here. Pas de problème. You can still go Queen A4, but I'm not that afraid anymore. Joko Pianoforte says, Daryl Morey playing chess is about right. No, I don't think he plays chess. He's heavily into, what do they call this? What do the cool kids call this? Esports? I heard him talk a lot about esports. What is this? Am I going to blunder some Bishop H7 in the distant future? It's possible. Very possible. Note to self, don't blunder Bishop H7 followed by Knight G5 check after Mori01's Bishop to H4, which he will undoubtedly play because it sets that cunning threat. Knight E3, instead of tricking me, you're giving me the pawn. You know my motto on stuff like that. Taking is much better than giving. Was it the other way around? No, I think it was that way around. I could be wrong. I could also get checkmated here. But I took a pawn. Was it worth it? Let me work it. It's a bit scary in this position. Ooh, Queen h5 or Queen h3. Ooh. Opening Music Theory is asking, Jan, do you think the Cavs will have a legitimate shot at the finals this year? At the finals? Yeah, for sure. They're the favorites to make the finals now. In the finals? Nah. They'll get crushed by the Golden State Warriors. Shouty is saying, The Looming Towers, marathoned all 10 episodes. I've watched the first 2, 3. Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't stop because I didn't like it. I stopped because there were no more episodes on my thingy where I was watching it. Where was I watching it? Amazon, probably. The Amazon Prime. So he goes G3. I expected G4. But as we know, pawns never move back. So sometimes it's wise to only advance them one square. This is not one of those times. But sometimes it is wise. I'm hoping that... Nah, he didn't blunder. I was hoping he was going to blunder Rook H1, Knight G5. But he didn't do it. So do I dare him to sacrifice on H6? I could go G6. I don't really have to. But... sometimes... Nah, it's too risky. Too risky. Scared, can't talk. Knight C4 looks like a decent move. Threatening Knight D6, followed by Queen H7 checkmate. So I would have to react to that. And I will. D5 also looks like a decent move. Threatening to take my horsey. Oof, so many decent moves. B3, very slow. Here comes Knight C4. All right. Knock yourself out. Opening Music Theory says, I'm an Ohio native, like Mr. Kalnering. Wow. More, how do you say it, Ohioans watching the show than I could ever have dreamed of. He says, we'll be rooting for LeBron. No, he's not your favorite though. Yeah, but that's because I'm a hater. There's not a bad thing I could really say about LeBron. If we're being honest to ourselves. He hasn't done anything wrong in like 20 years. Okay, 20 is a stretch. Let's say 17 years. In the spotlight, he hasn't gotten into any trouble. Hasn't really said any bad thing. Like haters like me will refer to the decision. But there was one maybe poorly executed PR stunt that raised even $1 million for charity. And yeah, so to continue hating him, or hate is way too strong a word, but to rooting against LeBron James for that, it says more about me than about the man. He's great, and he's, yeah, helped lots of people, inspired lots of people, never said a foot wrong. He's saying all the right things about politics in public. So yeah, it's tough to be a LeBron hater, because he's also pretty good at basketball. And Opening Music Theory says, well, technically I'm a, how do you pronounce the word? Pianist? But tutor theory as well. Ah, I see. I was hoping this would be good. I didn't think. The usual problem. But it does look good, does it not? Ale. Let's play Mr. Dodgy. After all these years, it's time for another Dodgy game. The excitement. Mr. Dodgy, big student of the English opening. And if, of all people, Mr. Dodgy, who hasn't missed a second of any show here, is not here to play, that would just be heartbreak. What excuse do you have, Mr. Dodgy? The only time you've ever missed any moment was when you got a horse delivered. So if you have a new horse at the door, literally at your doorstep, I will forgive you. Anything else, it's just unacceptable. How dare you? But we have to treat Mr. Dodgy like everyone else and start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abort. I'm so sorry. How dare you? By the way, I forgot about this by now, but I felt bad earlier about not playing Flol J, and I told him to challenge again. So let's see if it did. Here we are, Flol J. Let's do this. Mr. Dodgy says, was making food. Come on. What kind of excuse is that? Can't you plan your eating schedules around the random Banter Blitz schedules that I make up? How dare you? Flol J here has run into the Nimzovich Indian, which I've played this Queen C2 recently. Another brag coming. I won a game against Grandmaster Arik Braun in a key match for our team in the German Bundesliga. He played Queen C2 D5. I didn't get much out of the opening. I play Queen takes C3. B takes C3. I've seen someone do this. That's all I have to say. I've seen someone do this. Do you take here? What do you do? I'm not sure. I think you're supposed to castle and go C5. But I'm greedy, so I want to take. Now let's try to get some counterplay. My main plan is CD4, Queen A5 check. I did tell you that's the main plan. You gotta eat the bishop. Sorry, Flol J. Now I feel bad. He's waited all this time to get taken again. And then I take his bishop so quickly. Sorry, man. I don't really feel bad. Normally it's a good outcome of the opening if you are a piece and a pawn up after the opening. I'll find a way to mess something up and run into some 95 bishop f3. But right here, right now, cannot complain all that much. Tactics. The magic of chess tactics. Gimme. This is a pretty good position. I don't want you to go f4. Well, I'll be brutally honest here. Don't want you to do it. And Flol J resigns. Yeah, that didn't go well. Always be careful about Queen A5 check tricks. You have to CD. You can just take here, for example, Queen F6 CD. And now the bishop can no longer be blundered. You probably win the pawn back and whatever. It's equal or something. So thank you for the game, Flol J. All right, what time is it? Last game, maybe. Let's play another one. Our old friend Discombobulated. 2881. Wow, Discombobulated going places. Must play solid. Horsey here. Horsey here. Pawn here. I always mix up the move orders here. Do you go here first? Do you go bishop g2 first and then there? What do you do? What's Discombobulated going to do? Is he going to gambitier this pawn? Is he going to play d6 and make me remember the refutation? Please don't make me remember stuff. Even though I prefer remembering stuff to Thinking. See, I had to think about the word thinking. Normally I go knight b3, queen h5, c5 here. End of statement. Probably discombobulated knows that. c5, a5, and like black is fine after some forcing stuff. Did we play this line already, discombobulated? It's all so merged in my head. d6 was worse than... Oh no, I'm not supposed to take, right? Ugh, I can't remember stuff. I just can't remember anything ever. I think I'm supposed to go e4 without taking on d6. I had something very similar to this in a game of chess. I just can't think. Should e3 maybe look sensible? f4 looks sensible too. Je ne sais pas. Maybe here, no? I would like to play e5. That much I do know. Because it would sort of block out the bishop and the knight. So that'd be good. I have a feeling it might not happen. If he goes e5, I don't know what I'll do. Probably develop some pieces passive-aggressively. Takes and now goes e5. That makes some sense, or probably makes a lot of sense actually. What do I do? Bishop a3, rook d3, rook d1, takes. f5 looks like sort of a logical strategic move. Do I do that? Feels a bit slow. I don't know, man. Sorry. I'll just stare at the position and then randomly play some move. That's normally the way to do stuff. Just stare at it long enough until you can't. Until you blink and you make a move. b6. All his moves make sense. Stop making sense. I'm not making any sense. Why do you? It's not very fair. Maybe discombobulated. Has done his homework. Alright, must think. g7 is a stupid square for the knight, so that's good. Knight f6, maybe have a bishop a3, fg tricks. He goes to the stupid square, which is probably the best choice, but it's still a stupid square. Haha. Where do I put my pieces? I'm not so sure about this square for my bishop either. Guessing bishop a6. I should speed up a little too, right? Bring the king. I don't want your knight to get to any good squares if we can avoid that somehow. Maybe we can't. c7, b5. Not terrible squares. That'd be a great pity. Do I have to do something clever? I don't think I'm capable of that. What can I do? I'll show very deep understanding by playing absolutely ridiculous moves. Ooh, I forgot about knight f6 because I was thinking about going g5, so the knight went here. Whatever. You don't care. I don't care that much either. King e3. Come on, Jan, focus. You should not provoke rook d3 check in order to go back. That does not make sense in any universe. Not even the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Focus. Cunning trap. I want to go bishop f1 next move. That's the cunning part of it. It takes, which you can do, but I like bishops. So I'm not against this in general. There's the point rook a2 and my beloved bishop doesn't have any square. That'd be a pity. Big champion of chess. Who sees such things? Come on, no one can spot such stuff. That's way over my head. Nicely done. I shall not yield. That's the problem with my blind devotion to bishops. Knight f6, come on, now you're just dunking on people here. Showing off. I have a feeling soon all my pieces will get taken. Knight a7? Really showing off. What can I do? There's not a whole lot I can do, really. There's nothing you can do about it. Just too strong. If they're too strong, there's nothing I can do. Time to hurry up. Draw? I missed that move. I shouldn't miss all the moves. Knight f3 check? Come on, you're really too strong. Oh, no. This is also good though, unfortunately. Now it's just lost. Well, it's not really a new insight. It's been just lost forever, but... I'm not making it better either. Oof. He's playing perfectly. How can he be so strong? Yeah, good game. I would say it's a fair result. We both play well. In the end, yeah, no side had really realistic winning chances, if you ask me. Like, I had no material to mate, and you had no time. So I think a draw is a very fair result. Good game by Discombobulated. Who played well? I will now go home, cry myself to sleep. I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna do a little burping now. All of you YouTube doctors can diagnose me with, what is it I always get diagnosed with? I forget. Acid reflex, whatever, something. I think I'm just gross. I watched this John Mulaney special. John Mulaney is very funny. And he said he's 35 years old. That's not old yet, but it's an age where it's pre-old, where you're gross. I'm a little older than that, so I've been gross for a while now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next gross Banter Blitz, whenever that will be. Bye, guys.